Good afternoon, everyone. Now, what I've got here is I think this one's the 8-inch ring. I'm going to pop the material over there, and this is the crinoline, and then I'm just going to press that on. And you do need to get this really tight, you know, so it's nice and neat, but taut for you. To keep, you know, for when you're working with it. Now I know mine looks like it's got a crease in it, but it's just the fabric itself. So I'm pushing that on, and then we're going to tighten this up as much as possible. And I sometimes use my pliers, that way, isn't it? To get it is it that way? Yeah, to get that as tight as possible. And I can pull that through, and then what I do is I take hold of my scissors and I do cut this down. Now don't waste these bits, because you can make a flower on that and use that as a patch. So I never waste those. I don't mind cutting this off. It's just, it doesn't get trapped underneath. And it's quite often you might need a little bit for a flower. And we just do that, even small flowers. And it's expensive, so I never waste this. But we sell this one in a bit wider, you know, the way it's put together. So we do sell this on a roll. And it's so much for ½ metre. But not as expensive as what you'd buy in the shops when you buy it from us, because we look after our customers. So, tools. Now let's have a look. I would advise you to get like a skewer or something like that. It comes in really handy when you're doing petals. Sewing needles. Now you can use different kinds, and this one's mainly for ribbons. It's got a long eye, like that one, or threads, and you're going to need various threads. And knot them all ready. You also need to get yourself prepared with a needle for sewing with. I'm not going to put the colour in because I'm not sure which colour. Well, I do. I need green, so I'm going to sort that out while I'm here. Now this is just a beginner's guide for beginners, obviously. And we'll just do that. So I've got a normal needle, sewing needle ready. We've got the one for ribbons and threads. The little wooden stick. I'm going to do another. I've got a needle here ready, just in case I need a different colour. I've also got a pink one, because I'm going to be doing a pink flower. And silk threads. I'm using silk and cotton threads, so that's that one. Now we're going to just start something very basic and teach you how to do a couple of bits like this. This is the spider rose. These are just French knots, and this is just like a little ruffled flower. But let me just get rid of this. Oops, you get threads all over. Now you can actually do this on anything, any fabric, but this is going to be a patch. But I'm going to teach you how to do the ribbon embroidery. Now I also use these as well. They're great for doing these French knots and that. So we're going to show you some of those. But the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do. Let me just put my needles up there ready, out of the way so I don't lose them. That's a spare needle. We're going to need to do some leaves. So I'm basically this is just going to be a patch, and it's going to have a flower, a leaf and whatnot, just so you can see how to do them. Now I'm going to take one with a large eye, and this is the ribbon I'm using, which is the 6mm or 8mm wide, and I wouldn't cut any more than a yard. You don't need them, because after a while, after threading it back and forth, it can start to fray and whatnot, and that's not good. Now, you can thread your needle anyhow, but this is the way I do it and how many people do it. So, put your ribbon on, and then if you go back to the top, take your needle and go 1 stitch. So you've got this loop here, which is, you know, can extend, but you've got 1 stitch in the ribbon. Pull your needle through and get hold of the tab and just gently pull it through, and you've got that. And then you put the ribbon on the edge, you know, on the side like that, and then you just gently pull it, and that will stay on there. But that's one way of doing it. Now you can go back through the base of your ribbon like that, do 1 stitch and then go back into it. Actually, I'm going to do it that way. So again, we'll show you. Do 1 stitch, drop the flap down, push it to the end of your needle. Oops, the daisy. And then go back through the end and pull that through, and it should give you a knot on that end like that. So basically what we're going to do a twisted stem to show you how to do a branch. I'm just going to do one going over there, I think. So I'm going to start on this side, pull that through, and then what you need to do is to twist your ribbon. So just twist your needle. So you've got it like that. And then I'm going to need mine to go there. So I'm just going to twist it a little bit more. We'll go as far as that. And pull that through. But obviously, I want mine to bend. So it's going to go up there. You can pull that through a little bit more, and then what I'm going to do, push that through, and then just go back down that stitch again, and just leave that for now. So it is, you know, you might have to just go and twist it a little bit more. Take a green thread. I'm using embroidery cotton, and then what I'm going to do, move that out of the way, because you need to move that out. Go either one side of the branch you're doing and anchor that stitch down and bring it up about 1 centimetre away. Push the ribbon in up towards that stitch, and then bring that stitch back down again. Make sure you've got the other one out of the way. And again, we're going to do that about 2 centimetres this time. Push it to one side and go back down. I'm going to do 2 centimetres again. Keep the other one out the way. See, you need that out the way. Push that to one side. Oops. Again, push that about 2 centimetres away. I'm going to bring that down. And just keep doing that. Until you've got your threads and your stem where you need it. And what you're doing is you're anchoring that down. And you can pull that down a little bit. Like that. And then we'll anchor this down on this end. And then what I'm going to do is go up through this side and then go down into that ribbon. And that's anchored that down. And then what I can do is, if I want these a little bit closer stitching, we can go back up in between each one you've done. The look is nice, that's why I do it. Oops. Now, your thread after so long, you see, can start to unwind. You just twist it back. Just be careful. So I really don't ever do these. I'm going to go back up into the middle of that ribbon there to anchor that one back down. Just there. And then what you do is just sew back through the back side of it. You only have to do a few stitches and then cut that off. And with this one, I've finished with that. The only thing I might do is do a couple of small leaves. So what I'm going to do is take the ribbons, or the ribbon, and lay that flat, and then I'm going to go, where would you want your ribbon to hang? If it's the branch is hanging over, it's not going to be straight out there. You can have one or two up there, but what I'm going to do is just lower my leaf and watch what happens. You have to pull that in like that, and it's done a leaf shape. So what I'm going to do is do another one here, so I'm not wasting this little bit of ribbon. Turn it so it's satin, because this is only single satin. And you remember, these will be smaller leaves than what will be round here. So do your smaller ones first. Pull that in. See, you pull that in like that, and it makes that leaf shape. So you can make some smaller ones if you want. See, like that. So I've not finished. I'm going to do another one here. Like that. A little bit bigger. And pull that in. And then we're going to do another one just here. Turn that around. Let me just see, got to make sure we get the right side. That's the right side. A little bit bigger, and we'll do that one there and pull that in. Now that's gone in too far. Let's take the knot in with it. So let's have a look, and we'll do that again. There, like that. Because your leaves don't have to lay flat, they can be flat, curved, whatever. So I'm happy with that, like that. And then what I'm going to do is to just take this one under here. Take it under that one and make that into a knot. Like that. And then trim that. And just to make sure that that's safe, which they wouldn't have done in the old days because they wouldn't have had these, but I'm just sealing this with a little bit of glue, and that'll be out the way then. Like that. But you can take your little tool here. Although I like the leaves closing and opening. You can, you know, just like that. But I do like them like that. So that's the first one. Now we're just going to pull this a little bit. That's what I mean. I can't really get it, oh can I, any tighter. I'm supposed to have them as tight as possible. Sometimes it's a little bit impossible with this kind of material. So anyway, we've got that. Now I think what I'm going to do is we'll do maybe, let's have a look. We'll do a flower now. Now, there's like a little bluebell. It's not a bluebell, it's a white. I can't remember what the name of it is. And it looks like a little bell. So I'm just going to try that one. Again, oops, that came out. Hold on to that. Take your needle, go back into the ribbon. They're not always easy to get through when you try doing them. Some of them are, but not all of them. Let me just bring that out a little bit, that's it. So I've got something to grab onto. There, that's it. So you're pulling that through, and then like I say, lay that flat on your needle through the eye and pull that. And with this one, I'm not going to attempt to go through there because it's quite stiff. I'm just going to put a knot in it. But we need to seal that, because unless you've got at the back disrupting anything, the better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little, like a bell, if it'll work, here. And the way to do that is we're just going to cup it, give it a little bit of a cup there. Now this hopefully will work. But like you say, it was hard to get that through that ribbon. That's it. So you're basically just doing what you did with the leaf. But we just need to pull that like that. And then what we have to do is go back through this section again. And this is double satin, so we can do that again. And I have to do that again. Although you don't have to follow any rule of how your flowers should look, I'm just going to put mine through there again. Just be careful pulling it through. It only looks difficult because of the ribbon. See, I've pulled that through. So that's like one little bell. I mean, I can go over that again. So do it in between those two, because it's like a bud. Let's turn that around and we can just go straight down into that. See, like that. And do the same on this side. Like that. And you've done like a little bud. See? Like that. And then what I can do is I can take one of these little stamen, which I can get my pliers. Shall we do one or two? We only need one. Take the little stamen, add a touch of glue, and then what we can do is we're going to open that up in there. And then I can bring out my ribbon. Like that. And then we take hold of the, where's my thread gone? Where's my other thread? I thought I had some of this left. Not the end. I probably dropped it on the floor. And then what I'm going to do is to make the stem from that to there. I'm going to double that. Oops, a daisy, hang on. Right, let me get this out. It's why you've got to be careful when you're working with more than one needle. So I'm going to double that. And I don't just want it stuck out like that straight. I might triple that actually. I'm going to curve that. And the way to do that is to put your needle at one side and bring forward. Push that to one side. Bring your needle up again. And then again, push your needle to one side, and it kind of like arches it for you. Oops. Like that. See? And you've got a perfectly good flower, a little bud. So obviously the next one will need to be open a little bit more, so we'll keep that on there, although I'm going to turn it, take this off, because I don't like working with bits behind. Look, I've done that again. Like that. And just stitch it up the back like that. That's fine. Put that to one side. Now, I'm not going to run this across here and waste ribbon, because these days, like you say, we do have a glue gun, and you can turn that around and just do that, and it's secure. There's nothing going to happen to that, and I can still play around and work my ribbon if that's what I want to do, like that. My little bud. So what I'm going to do now is do another one here, a little bit bigger than that. So again, knot my thread. We cut, we seal, and then we can use that. I don't think this, I've got a better one than this. I should have used that really. Anyway, so we're going to go here. Now this one isn't going to be much bigger, or we could just do the same size. So, actually, you know what? I'm just going to do that. I don't have to put it down the ribbon. I'm finding it a little bit difficult with this particular one. So we can just do that. Leave it arched. And you can pull that out. I'm going to go there. Now this is where you can use your little stick. You can do that. Twist your ribbon how you want it. And pull that through. I want to twist that a little bit more. So like that. Just pull it down a little bit. And holding on so it's not going to go anywhere. Sorry about that. I'm going to go over there. Now don't forget, with the curvature of a flower, they won't all be the same, if you know what I mean. I'm going to go up into this one. The same length I'm on about. I'm just going to use that to open up that, and then I'm going to do a little petal here because it's slightly opening up, is this one. Like that. Okay, so we're going to take the other one, pop a little bit of glue on it, and then I'm going to sit that just in there like that, and I can use my needle if I need to lift that up and poke that back in there like that. See? And then we're going to take our thread, I'm going to cut that at the back, glue that bit down like that, take our thread, and we're just going to do our little stem from there. But I'm going to bring that stem to here a little bit longer, and we did 3 strands, to give the right thickness, and then we curved that in. So again, pull your thread, you can pull it back to where you were, I'm going to pull that this way, and curve that in like that. See? And then we just stitch that off at the back. Like that. And we've done 2 of those. Now I do want to put a little leaf in there. So what I'm going to do is going to use this again, our ribbon thread, ribbon, pop that through, seal it, take the needle, do the 1 stitch at the end. And this is really soft satin, that's why it's easy to use. Pull that and do that, and I'm just going to knot it myself at the end. There we go. So I'm going to take this through here. Now this might be a problem getting this to do what I want it to do. Just in between here, I need to put that there and hopefully get this needle through. Yeah, and you see what happens, it makes that leaf shape like that. And I'm going to do that again and not do them as big this time. So we can get that to go through. And just pull it like that, so you got your little leaf shape. And our final one will be a small one just here. Like that. They look cute, don't they? And pull that, that's it, like that. Now, I may just have enough. I'm going to cut mine. I'm going to glue it. I'm just going to lay that across the back. And I don't have to stitch it or anything. And I've probably just got enough to do another 1 or 2 on the smaller flower. And if I can get it to go through. We may do it. So on this one we're just going to have a little leaf. Let me just see, I can twist that around. Just get it away from the back, because I glued that, didn't I? So I'm going to have to put it through here. Just pull that in like that, like a little leaf. And we're going to do one here. Just through there. Like that. And I'm going to do one more. Just there. And not put it through itself. Oh, I might do, yeah. Just do that. Like that. See? And we've got those. I'm just going to cut that. And just glue that onto there. And then cut that back again. And there you go, we've got that so far. So you've, you know, little buds. Like that. I'm going to take that out and just cut it. It's a little bit too long. And I'll put the tiniest dot of glue on it. And just poke that back in. Like that. And lift this back out. That's it. There we go. So far you've learned how to do the stem, twisted stem, some leaves, but we need some more leaves here, so I do need to do some more before I go on to a different flower. So I'm not going to be using that ribbon anymore. We're going to go back to using the green, cut a length, because we want to do some more leaves, and we're going to do some little leaves here. I can't see. There we go. Seal it off. Again, oh, glue on me. Do that again, Fee. Okay. So again, we're just going to do one leaf here. Remember which direction you're going in. I don't want them too big, actually. like that. I'm going to do another one here. Oops, I hate it. Like that. Come back up near that. And another one slightly move down. And another one here. Like that. And we're going to put a stem in there, so that will get cut for now. I'm just going to pin that back here onto that fabric, onto itself, like that. And then I'm going to take my, I keep losing that needle and thread. Don't know what I've done with it. Here we go. This'll do. Right, just taking the needle and thread, and we're just going to do a like a leaf for this one. We're going to go from here, oops, from there, and we're going to take it up to the top there. I'll pull that through in a minute, not a problem. And we're going to attach this down. No, see what's happened there? One of the threads has come loose, and that's what you've got to be careful of. So I'm just going to take that out altogether, and we'll finish that. And these have come out. Right, we need to get rid of that and take that out. That's what you've got to be careful of, you see, your threads. So obviously there was a flaw in that one. Right, try again. We'll try a different needle though this time. Let's go back to our large eye. It could be that the eye was too small and was catching it, you see. So we'll start that again. We'll just take it to there for now. See, that pulled that through. Not going to do that again. I'm just going to try and thread that through that leaf and back through there, like that. But then what I'm going to do is to put a little bit of character in it by putting a stitch either side, and we can do that here as well. And we can go back down there just to thicken that one up. Like that. That will do, that's fine by me. There we go. And again, let me just pull this fabric through like that. See, so you've got that. Now what I'm going to show you is to do some of the French knots. And I've got some pink wool here. It's tapestry wool, but you can use anything. I could use that cord if I want to, but I want to do the pink knot with this. And you don't need to cut much. Let's just see how this works. Single, don't need it doubled, but we do need to put a double knot in the back so it is only thin. So what I'm going to do now is to do here like a little pink flower, and it's 1, 2, 3, and that's your French knot. Now I hold mine down like that and then just pull it, but keep hold of it while I'm doing it, and as you can see you make your little French knot. So I'll show you that again. Think about what flower you're going to make. 1, 2, 3, hold on to it, put your needle back down very close to where you had it, where it came up, and then hold on to it while you pull your thread through. That stops it getting caught up. And there you go, you've got a little French knot again. Now I'm doing mine a little bit further away because I'm going to go from here. I'm going to go into there, to match it up. I'm going to go from here and push it back through there so I get the 3 knots together. 1, 2, 3. See, like that. Keep hold of it, push my needle down, and that gives me another little French knot there. So I'm going to do another one here, a set of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go back close to it. One, 2, 3. See, I'm pulling this. I'm pulling it onto the needle until it's taut, not too tight, and then I just pull that through, and that immediately gives me my French knot. And that's going to go back into there so they meet up. You see, I've pulled it on the needle, and that goes straight into the little French knot. And I'm going to do another one here. 1, 2, 3. These French knots are really good for doing fillers, you know, or for putting, well, to fill a space, basically. You fill in a space, pull that through, hopefully that'll go. Yeah? Right, okay. Yeah, if you've got a little gap, like I had a gap there, that's what it does. It fills that little gap up. Like that. Now I can put some little stems on there. But do I want to do any more somewhere else? Yes. So I'm going to go take this off. Like that. Still use that yarn, it's still usable. Double knot it. So 3 little knots there. I'm going to do some here. One, two, three. Like that. Come up close by it. 1, 2, 3. Like I say, pull that. I'm going to do another one here, because they don't have to be close together. You can separate them out as they get down the branch. Sorry, that was our Joey who just plonked himself down. See, like that? And I think we'll do one here. 1, 2, 3. Pop that back in and pull this. Pull apart the one that you can see is near the knot. And then just pull your needle through. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have to just sort my thread out because it's short. That's it. Like that. Pull my thread. 1, 2, 3, and back down there. I've got my little cluster like that. They're quite dainty. I'm going to put one here. 1, 2, 3. See if I can get the other 2 done. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Fee, you can do it. You know you can, mate. just 1, 2. Oops. 1, 2, 3, and back down. And there's a little cluster of them there. Now I'm going to go back through there a couple of times, that's all. I'm going to snip and just a touch of glue and pin that down. So we've got the little flowers, the little buds, and the the leaves, and some knots. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the beige one and just take some of that wool. Take a needle. Knot it. I know we're doing ribbon flowers, but we're doing other bits with it. You can't just have ribbon flowers, it doesn't look right. I'm just going to start there. And we'll pop that into there, that space there. I'm going to do one here. Pop that into the same space. And I'm going to do one at the side of that and pop that into there. So it does look part of a plant growing. But then again, we have to just give this a little bit character. You just go either side of it. Like that. And we can do one right there for that, and right there for that one. And then what I'm going to do is for the last part is to lift this stem up there like that, so it looks like a little branch. And then we snip that. Knot that again. And we're going to do this one, but I'm going to make this one a longer stem this time, because it gets smaller as it gets to the tip and bigger at the bottom. So we're going to go straight into there like that. Go onto the side here for that one, and down here near the end for that one. And I use the stitching to curve them, these stems. So we move that across and go straight back in there. Again, I want it to go here. We move it across and curve that in. And then I'm just going to go in between there, that's it. And move that across, curve that in. I'm going to go to here. And again, I'm going to move that across. Might only be a fraction at a time, but it will work. I can always do it like that, you see. I'm going to do that and move that across. Put that curve in it. Like that. Like that. I'm going to come back down here and move that in a little bit more. Do another one here. Now another thing you can do is you can always add colour. So I'm just going to share that with you before we do a flower. And if the camera cuts out, I will make it part 2 for the next one. So I've got some little makeup things here. See? And if I just wanted to put a little dab of colour on the little French knots, that's how I'd do it. Like that. Lots and lots of different ways that you can enhance your little project. So I'm just going to pull that, because that's again coming undone, but it's the ring, the loop. So we've got that so far, and I can continue putting some leaves and maybe some more of these, but what I'm going to do next is to do the spider flower here. So I'm going to take hold of, where's that thread? There we go. The pink. So I'm going to take some of the pink on here. And we're just going to make a spider rose. Going to double knot the end And I'll show you which one I mean. We're going to do this one. I do have a video out on it, but I'll do one here. Now, to get the spider right, you need to do this rose right, a Y. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And we're going to do one like that. But then you've got gaps here. Big enough. And they should roughly be the same. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be bang on. Okay. So that's what we need first. Just like a star. I'm just going to cut that. If I cut it long enough and I glue one of the legs, that can just fasten onto there. That's out the way. That's all you need. So we're going to do we'll do the pink, because we've got cream here. We'll do a pink one if I've got enough. Do a diagonal cut. Take your lighter. Okay, just go into the needle. Again, like you say, this one's like the cream one, it doesn't want to go. Oh, there you go. But in my book I say you will go. You need to knot this. And now what you do is you're going to come up. Oops, where did that get in the way? I just come up near the centre. And the idea is you've got 5 legs, so it's under, over, under, over, under, over, or over, under, over, under. So we're going to go over, under, over, under. Now, I don't mind mine twisting because it gives it character. Okay, so we've gone under, over, under, over, under. See, like that? And keep going. They do take up quite a lot of ribbon, I must say. But, you know, that's 2 yards up to now. But hey ho, hey ho. I'm just going to put that through there this time. Let me do it this way. And put that back through there. Okie dokie. Nice though, aren't they? So, this one now has to go over. Over. Next one's under. Over, under. Over, under. Over, under. You just do it until you've covered these lines. So I'm not making any particular picture, I'm just basically showing you different techniques at the moment, but I'm not going to waste it either, so you know, we could use it in something or on something. I mean, they look great on handbags and things like that. That's it, and I think that is going to be the last one. Like that. And there you go. So that's your spider flower. That's why it's called a spider flower. Like that. Nice, aren't they? Spider rose, sorry. So we've got that. Now,